What is going on, Kings Island fans? My name is Caleb, and I want to welcome you all to a Kings Island news update. It is crazy to think that we are now less than 2 weeks away from opening day 2024. It feels like yesterday it was New Year's Eve, and we were counting down the new year at Winterfest. And welcoming in this long and boring off-season. But here we are. It is almost opening day, and as tradition here at Big Blue Amusement Productions, we are going to go over all you need to know about what is coming to the park this year. And so without further ado, let's get into it. So, the park will welcome season pass holders on Friday, April 19th to their annual preview event. This event will run from 4 to 9 p.m. And this event will be open to all silver, gold, and prestige pass holders. Then, the park will open to the general public on Saturday, April 20th from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. I know you're all really looking forward to opening day, so if you're going, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And the big new thing for this year, the park's new area, Camp Snoopy, is really coming along nicely. The new coaster, Snoopy's Soapbox Racers, is almost complete. Snoopy's Soapbox Racers will be a Vekoma family boomerang coaster, and it will be the second family boomerang to open up in the United States in 2024, the other one being Good Gravy at Holiday World. Gee willikers! And then recently, Kings Island invited a group of kids from the local Cincinnati Soapbox Derby Club to unveil the new coaster trains, and they really do look great. I don't get what all the complaining is. It looks very cool. And then in addition to the new coaster, some existing rides in the kids area will be rethemed. So Race for Your Life Charlie Brown, the log flume ride, will be renamed to Charlie Brown's Rushing River Log Ride. I know it's a very long name, but we'll just call it Flume. How about that? Everyone just calls it Flume from nowadays. And then Flying Ace Aerial Chase. It'll be renamed Woodstock's Air Rail. And it'll be repainted a green track with brown supports. Which honestly, as someone who grew up in the late Paramount days, it sort of brings back memories to when it was Rugrats Runaway Reptar. And that was when the supports were green. So I know it's the track is green this time. But yeah, that coaster, when you see green in that coaster, it brings you back memories. And then Woodstock Gliders will be rethemed to Franklin's Flyers, which is really cool. I believe it is, if I remember correctly, this is the first ride in like a Camp Snoopy area to be themed to Franklin, which is really nice. I'm so excited about that. And then while it is not getting rethemed, Linus Launcher, it'll be getting a new paint job to better fit with the whole Camp Snoopy area. And then finally, there will be a new shaded play area in Camp Snoopy called Beagle Scout Acres. It'll be a place for kids to play and get their energy out, which will be really good for families with little kids. Now, while this is all good news, there is some bad news. I know. There is some bad news. The only bad news is that Camp Snoopy, it'll not quite be ready for when the park opens next week. Instead, the park is saying that it'll be ready in late spring. You can translate that to however you want, but I'm not going to speculate on when it's going to open. It'll open when it opens. And then in addition to these new ride and re-themes coming to Camp Snoopy, we also got some information in the rest of the park for some updates. The park continues to put some work in retracking Racer, and this year is no exception. Approximately 1,000 feet of track on the north side of Racer is being replaced by the Gravity Group, which is nice to see. I love how they continue to update the ride and maintaining it to keep it around as long as possible. And then Backlot Stunt Coaster, the trains on that ride is getting some updates to their looks. There are going to be stripes. There are stripes being added to the front and back of the trains, and they look really cool. That's very exciting. And then in addition to all this new ride stuff, we now got some information on some dining options for the park this year. In addition to all the ride and stuff in Camp Snoopy, there'll also be a new dining location in Camp Snoopy. Pigpen's Mess Hall will be a new quick service restaurant. It'll be right next to Beagle Scout Acres. And while the type of food being served has not been announced yet, if I were to take a guess, it'll probably be cookout type food, like burgers, hot dogs, that kind of thing. Basically stuff you get at summer camp, because it is summer camp themed. And then recently it was discovered, last year in the video, we talked about the subway building being gutted and everything. It was recently discovered that the old subway building in Coney Mall is going to be turned into a new drink stand called Coney Mall Frozen Cocktails. And it'll serve frozen drinks, probably alcoholic drinks, like frozen alcoholic drinks. They'll probably have some non-alcoholic stuff too, but so we now know what the new old subway building's going to be. And then finally, we have some information on popular events as well as some new shows for this season. The first thing is that for you coaster enthusiasts, Coaster Stock will not be returning this season. Instead, the American Coaster Enthusiasts ACE will be hosting their annual spring conference at the park this year. It'll run from May 17th to the 19th, and it'll feature ERT, behind-the-scenes tours, guest speakers, and more. And I will be attending the event, which I'm very excited about, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, the park has claimed that Coaster Stock will return in 2025, but there are some doubts in the coaster community on whether or not that will be the case, but that is a topic for a different video. And then secondly, Grand Carnival will be returning to the park from July 20th until August 4th. And that is very exciting to hear. I know there were a lot of rumors about Grand Carnival and how it probably won't return, all that, but I'm very glad it's returning to both Kings Island, Kings Dominion, and California's Great America. And that it really fits with those parks with, like, international themed, and then, of course, Great America with New Orleans Place and all that. So, yeah. So now, here's the live entertainment lineup for this season. So, the Fest House, it'll feature a new country show. I know they do country shows all the time in there. It'll be called Country Crossroads, and it'll run from May 25th to August 11th. And then the Kings Island Theater, where Phantom Theater Encore is. Phantom Theater Encore is no more, and it'll be home to this thing called the Gazillion Bubble Show. And that is a traveling show that features cool bubble tricks and lights. And the show will run from June 15th to July 7th, which honestly is kind of disappointing. That would mean the theater will be dark for most of the summer season. Now, I understand this was probably the only time they were able to get the show in, as it is a traveling show. But I really hope we see something else later in the season in there, because I would hate to see it dark for most of the summer season. Then the International Showplace will be home to this show called Trailblazers Extreme this season. This show will be a stunt show themed around summer camp, and it'll feature acrobats, aerialists, and extreme athletes. And the show will run from June 22nd until August 4th. Then Retrospect will return to the bandstand from May 25th till August 11th. This show was introduced last year, and it is an interactive song and dance production that features a nonstop blend of favorite and current throwback party anthems. And then the nighttime fireworks show this year will be known as Under the Stars. Under the Stars will be a nighttime production that will feature fireworks, hundreds of drones, and laser projections to celebrate the unforgettable memories of your Kings Island visit. So that concludes all you need to know about what is coming to Kings Island this year. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, and turn on those post notifications so you can't miss another video. I will see you guys later.